Three Christian Views of God's Final Solution to the Problem of Sin. This title was given by the publisher, which intended it to become part of a series of books that would bear similar titles, All You Want to Know About. Actually, I never preferred the original title, due partly to its length, and also because to me it sounded too much like a book of the for dummies genre. My book was not written with the intention of discussing everything anyone might wish to know about hell. More specifically, I wrote the book to explore the possible reasons for God's creating hell, and what such a discovery might tell us about God's own character. 3 different evangelical theories are explored in this book. Why Hell? 3 Christian Views Critically Examined was my original choice for the title, and I am pleased that Zondervan, in publishing this second edition, has chosen to honor my original preference. Very little has been changed from the first edition, a few additional quotations and entries to the bibliography, which is included in the enhancement, as well as the improvement of a few sentences, are the extent of the changes I have made. Zondervan has also made, in my opinion, aesthetic improvements over the earlier page designs. I pray that this new edition will bless many. Part 1. Preliminary Considerations. Introduction. I can conceive of no more powerful and irrefutable argument in favor of atheism than the eternal torments of hell. Russian theologian Nicholas Berdyaev. Misery, which is eternal and therefore infinite, would constitute the largest part of the problem of evil. British philosopher of religion John Hick. The existence of both evil and suffering in the world is thought by many to be the most cogent testimony against the existence of the Christian's God. The prolific atheist writers of our day resort to this argument, almost exclusively, in the absence of other proofs for the universal negative that they wish to affirm. The conundrum is well known, and the challenge well worn. If God is good and loving, as Christians say he is, then he certainly would not wish for innocent people, including babies and small children, to suffer horribly, as many millions do every day. If he is all-powerful, it would be in his power to prevent all such sufferings. The fact that he allows unjust suffering to continue means either that he is not good, or that he is not all-powerful, or possibly that he does not exist. A significant part of the Christian response must be that sufferings, like surgery, may tend toward a positive end, which, for all we know, may prove to be more than worth the pain endured by the sufferer. This observation banks on the fact that earthly sufferings are always temporal. They come to an end after a finite duration, and often result in a lasting improvement of happiness and quality of life, if not in this life, then possibly in the next. No one would say that this fully answers every case of human suffering, and we acknowledge that much human suffering produces no perceptible positive outcome. Nonetheless, the fact that sufferings are temporal and are often justly punitive, corrective, sanctifying, and ennobling stands as one of the important aspects of a biblical worldview that somewhat ameliorates the otherwise unanswerable problem of pain. On the other hand, the problem of the miseries associated with the standard view of hell, conceived as it is as a place of endless torment and misery, does not easily yield to such a pastoral solution. On the traditional view, the misery in hell is not temporal and has no positive end in view. It is sheer misery, which appears to accomplish no purpose other than divine vengeance. Most Christians will allow that God has the right to execute whatever degree of vengeance upon his enemies he may judge to be fitting. However, a sovereign being who finds it necessary to punish endlessly, without accomplishing thereby any ultimate improvement in the universe or the individual, seems to welcome the criticism that, were he a God of both love, at least as loving as most humans,